folks, and welcome to our channel. So, today we are going to be looking at, I think, a couple of things today. I'm not going to be doing any celebrity stuff in today's video because I don't think it would be appropriate. So, no Beckhams. I've got my list here, which is why I keep looking down. So, we're going to be looking at the US and Iran, and will the US intervene, and Trump's next move, and the possibility of World War III. I've read on World War III before, and it does always come out positive. It does always come out that it won't happen, but things do change, humans change, collectives decide to learn certain things, experience certain things for certain reasons, so we will revisit it. This video will be uploaded on Wednesday because we are going away for 2 weeks. So we have filmed a whole host of content for CTGT Tarot and Claire Thackeray. Um, but these Thursday reads won't happen for another couple of weeks, okay? If something proper big happens, either globally or royally, and I have signal because there'll be times I'm out of signal, I will pop on and read because I do take decks and cameras with me because you never know. But just for the next 2 weeks, in case you come on and look for it, it's not going to be on. So I've got 3 decks in front of me, no, 4 decks in front of me. Let's see which one we're going to use for Iran and US. So, will the US intervene with Iran with the current situation? Okay. Will the US intervene with Iran? I do apologise as well if my eyes look a bit swollen. And I apologise for tags hanging out as well. How unprofessional. We are doing the whole hay fever thing here. I've got the nettle concoction again. The old nettle concoction. That does help actually. It has been a godsend. Because it's usually a lot worse than this. So, will the US intervene with Iran? How are you all doing? I will say as well that just a few insights that I've had. It's solstice over the next few days, and we're in that energy now. So please try and focus on your solstice growth and what's coming up for you personally. Please don't lose this opportunity to look at yourself and do some self-care and healing. Um, and do you know what happened this morning? Right, I was watching a clip. I think I don't know what it was. It was to do with Trump and Iran and all of that. And I just looked at him, as in Trump, and I thought, you know what? Before he runs at me, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Trump hater. I just observe. I just pull cards on situations. But I genuinely felt in this moment that there is a reason why Trump is in power at this time. I know it's not big, it's not funny, and it's not clever. Um, but there's a reason why he's there at the minute. Um, Taking this into the wild side, maybe what needs to be done, nobody could do it other than Trump. And I am not a Trump lover. There is no red hat on mine, on my bonds. I just had a feeling this morning. One of the things I'm doing on my own personal journey at the minute, and I'm working on it, and I'm going to share this with you, is flow, is actually trusting we are where we are right now for a reason. Even if we're in the midst of shite, we're meant to be there to learn something. And that person's meant to be in our life to learn something. And that if that person wasn't in power, they wouldn't be in power. If that person wasn't shouting at you in Sainsbury's, they wouldn't be shouting at you in Sainsbury's. And when you get into that mindset and practice it, it's a game changer. Anyway, get on with the card reading. So, US Iran, will US intervene in the current situation? There's a choice point, crossroads coming, Two of Swords. Four of Cups trying to intervene with better measures than war. So this is a gentleman underneath a tree, got his arms crossed. Something's already happened. Three of Cups symbolizes other people, other parties, and this cup comes in as an offering of something else, of an opportunity to heal something, to bring into balance. I'm feeling that's the US. Um, Let's keep pulling. So we've got the happy family in reverse. Keep pulling. We've got death and rebirth in reverse. We've got Queen of Swords upright. We've got Ace of Swords upright. And we've got Ten of Cups. There, upright. The past, losses, and not looking at self. And the Hermit in reverse. Okay, so we've got some problematic cards there. Um, Let me just pull a card or a couple of cards from my deck that was gifted to me, of which I love and of which I've ordered some more. Governance Oracle by Trish James Oracles, and I'll put her details down below. I think he's going to get involved. Um, Oops. I'm hearing it gets messier before it gets calmer. Ooh. Giza card for Giza card. Let's lighten it up a bit, please. Give me a card for whether Trump is going to intervene. Okay, we're going to flip balancing priorities of whether Trump is going to intervene with Iran. Okay, global impact. Jeez Louise. Foreign threats at the bottom of the deck. So, he's off, it's lad. There's no holding him back. Environment concerns. Succession plan. One more card in relation to this question, please. And shifting alliances. So I don't think Trump is just going to walk away. Um, I think this is going to have an impact on the world. But I don't feel as though this is going to be an erratic. It's possibly going to be well thought through. And maybe, I don't know, I'm not, it's a difficult one to read. Not difficult because it's hard to see. It's difficult because there's so much emotion around it. One final card of whether Trump intervenes with Iran. And then we'll do Trump's next move. He's got the power as old Trump. But Page of Wands in reverse. Stuck holding on to something, financial investments. Has he got I know nothing about this. Has he got financial investments in Iran? Um, from what I'm seeing in the cards, if I was pulling this in private, I'd be inclined to think there's a very big chance he could intervene. What that looks like in the world, I don't know. Um, but there's a plan here, the succession plan. But there's also somebody here shifting alliances, maybe even looking out for their own interests. There's global concerns and environmental concerns here, and balancing priorities. So there is going to be something. What that looks like, I don't know, but I want to pull a Ten of Cups clarifier, which was this one. Bloody hell. Okay. Emperor's dropped on the floor. So the Emperor had dropped on, was he upside down? The Emperor was upside down, I think, on the floor. So, okay. And the Page of Cups. Leaders that are, there's an immaturity and inexperience with leaders. But there's a vision card here, manifestation. What's going to be the outcome of this for, you see, the thing is with tarot, you've got to be specific. If I say, what's the outcome of this for the people? What people, Claire? People in Benidorm? Do you know what I mean? What's What's the global impact of Trump's next move? We're going to look at that next. What's the global impact if Trump intervenes with Iran? It's not good. Okay. So that's the victory card in reverse. So it's not victorious. I'll pull a Trish James card in a minute. So let me clear all these cards away. Because believe it or not, I don't like having a lot of cards out, even though I always get a lot of cards out. So the global impacts if Trump intervenes with Iran. That Two of Swords could also be as well that there is two possible options here, that we are at a crisis point as a world. We are at a crossroads as a world at the minute. It could go either way, but I just keep feeling something. Boom. If you heard that, that's just my life going. I just keep feeling that something's brewing in the world, and I know a few of you have felt it as well. So the impact on the world if Trump goes into Iran. Liberation prevails. Liberation prevails. An external influence. So I think it's going to get messy, like we said, before it gets calmer. I think be open-minded to all of it. Get yourself into a point where no matter what you hear, see, or feel, you can stay in a balanced place. But ultimately, whatever he does, liberation prevails. Okay? I mean, maybe he does do something or goes in and does something, and it's kind of the warning that's needed, but nobody else would have done it. It could be that as well. I was going to say he'd send it Alex in, but that won't be happening now, will it? That ex would sort him out, punch him in the eye like he does his old man. Anyway, stop being stupid. Trump's next move. Bloody hell. Trump's next move. Let's have a look. What is Trump's next move? President Trump. What is his next move in relation to being president? What is Trump's next move? Show me Trump's next move in relation to global conflict, Iran. What is Trump's next move? Okay, cleaning up. Five of Pentacles. What is Five of Pentacles? Hold that thought. Five of Swords, cleaning something up. So there's been a battle, and this gentleman here goes onto the battlefield and he's actually clearing it up. But he's also, there's two ways of looking at this. He's clearing the battlefield, but it can also be taking people's swords and things. So there could, you could look at this and go, if you're pro Trump, he's going to go in and he's going to clear it. He's going to do. If you hate Trump, you could look at that and go, oh, he's going to go in and take stuff for himself. There's something here where he goes in and takes something. Okay. At the bottom of the card, we've got Eight of Cups in reverse, which again isn't a good card. Defense in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. So his next move, from what I can see in the cards, is not good. It's not balanced. Um, I'm seeing a scenario where, when someone causes something to be the one that goes in to bring about the solution. Do you know what I mean? The Wheel of Fortune, changing, Fate, Temperance, Justice in reverse, Strength in reverse, the Moon Illusion, one more card, and the Page of Cups is in reverse. So there's not a lot, there's no heart-centeredness here. Um, he's all over the place, he's Trump. He's all over the place. Trump's next move? He's got a difficult decision to make. He's got a difficult decision to make. There is a trade war. We know there's a trade war, but there's also not just a trade war going on. I think there is a global war, to be honest. I think, I think it'll possibly look very different to what we've seen before, but there's an online war going on. There's wars within families. There's wars within the collective. There's wars between countries. There's wars between leaders. Um, there's trade wars going on, and there is a difficult decision that he has to make. I've got an itchy nose as well at this point. Hidden clause. But is there a hidden clause here that can stop the itchy nose? Is there a hidden clause here that he can use or that can stop him a fall from grace? Whatever he decides could be a fall from grace for him. And stepping down, the energy of stepping down. A power shift. So this is a new leader coming in. According to the cards, this is a new leader and a shadow operation. We'll do three. I do like this deck. Relentless determination. Power of persuasion. He has got the gift of the gab. And a peace treaty. So we've got a journey here. I think he makes a decision that could possibly result in him needing to step down or someone stepping down. There is a shift in power coming. There is a shadow operation at the heart of all of this. I think we get the drift of that. There is a relentless determination to lower the frequency of the planet. But ultimately, what comes from this is peace. And I think right now the thing with humanity is to hold their own line, to do as many things as you can that lift your vibration, to invest in yourself spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and physically. Um, to be able to get yourself in a position where you can observe all of this without going into fear. And one of the other insights I got today was that, and it was like the World War II energy that I was shown, where war can bring people together, like COVID brought people together. I know there's always the dark side of it all, but maybe in some way, shape, or form as a collective, we need this wake-up call. We need to be taken to the brink of something bad, or even taken into something bad, to wake up, to rise up. And for us and for leaders, where there's light, there's hope. Um, but we are in a very transitionary period within the world. Nothing is set in stone. No one is set in stone. Um, Briefed in command. So it's like a temporary leader coming in, somebody briefed in command. This comes after the peace treaty and isolated that. There's something coming with Trump. Some decision, action, reaction. It backfires. There's a stepping down energy here, a power shift. But look at this though. These are two boys. I know Trump's not a boy and Vance isn't a boy, but I think there's an immaturity there in relation to leading. Um, so yeah, interesting, right? Can I have a card for the collective at this point, please? Creativity, express your soul energy. So focusing on your creativity. What are you creating in the world? The best way to stop war happening or to bring it to a stop, and this is a true fact, if every human on this planet lived in peace, there would be no war. The leaders of the world reflect where we are at. If there is an energy of war in the world, then there is an energy of war within the people. And I could sit here and predict all kinds of stuff and nonsense. But ultimately, if you want peace in the world, you have to find peace in yourself and homes. Live in an ecological, creative, fun space at the bottom of the deck. So this is a transitional period, and it's not it's an interesting period, and it is a gift that keeps on giving, but it gets worse before it gets better, like our own personal healing journeys does. Um, and remember that the souls that are on this planet right now, whether they're just everyday normal people or people in power, you chose to be here at this time for a reason, to hold space between the old world and the new world. Um, okay, World War Three. Are we heading for World War Three? Are we heading for World War Three? I'm seeing by the end of this year there are things in place for an itch. My nose is doing my head in. Itchy me. There are things in place in relation to flying abroad, in relation to trade, in relation to all. The world is in a strange place, put it that way. Um, it feels like the world is getting ready for war. World War Three is World War Three upon us. Two of Wands, manifestation. Okay. The world, something being manifested for the world. Is it dark? Is it light? Who knows? We've got the Queen of Swords at the bottom cutting through something. King of Cups in reverse, which is sociopaths, unkindness, coldness. Ace of Pentacles, which is the seeding of something. There are sociopaths, unkind people, unheart-centered people at the minute, manifesting things. Let's keep pulling. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I mean, that could be that it's stopped out in the cold, the humans being affected. The Hanged Man in reverse. Four of Wands, celebration and upright. Four of Cups and self-confidence. My feeling is we are on the brink of something. What that something looks like, I don't know. I think the next few months, the world is going to be out of sorts. But I know ultimately, because of the change in frequencies, it is impossible to go into a full-scale war like we've seen in the past, like World War Two and One. But we are going to go through on uncertain times where things can be put into place to restrict humans. I'm here. I always keep hearing this word, the last hurrah. Let's pull the Trish James. Oops. Oracle, are we heading for World War Three? Are we heading for World War Three? Power of persuasion? Shifting alliances. What is this shifting alliances? Somebody's shifting alliances. Internal adversary. Judgmental scrutiny. I'm going to keep pulling them. We'll read them. Tyrannical leadership. Knowledge withheld. We're not being given the full picture. There's a pursuit of control right now. Many people are after control, and literally they do not give a shit about humans. They don't care. Um, but there is a peace treaty. There is a peace treaty. Isolated outcast. Again, that card's coming up. So somebody becoming an isolated outcast and briefed in command. This temporary leadership thing, whether it a global thing or not. I can't explain what I'm seeing because it feels as though we do get to the brink of something and we do move towards something, but somehow there's a peace treaty comes in. There's lots of shifts and changes. One more card and a deal made. Now let's see another card. What comes after that? Intimidation tactics. It's almost like push pull. It's almost like something good comes, something bad comes, shifting dynamics. One more card and then I'll do some tuning in. Outside the trusted circle. So this is also as well like leaders falling out with each other. Let me just sit back a bit and just tune into WW3. What's coming? I'm seeing a table with lots of predominantly men around it and big discussions happening. I'm seeing the word cobra. In our country, UK, they have like cobra meetings when something big happens. So it's that type of level. I'm seeing the words immediate intervention. There could be some damage made to the shores of UK. Bloody hell, I'm off on a cruise in the next couple of days. Woo. But it feels more like the south of England, if that makes sense. Or craft getting intervened, if that makes sense. Um, where is it? Briefed in command. I think these are the people that step in when there is a war. There's all these different people that we don't even know about. Yeah, we think that one person well, not rules a country, but is in charge of a country, but they're not. There's other people that are going to be stepping in. Um, it's going to be more like trade wars, things not being able to get to countries' food, power outages, that kind of thing. I don't think for 1 minute it's going to be like World War Two and one, but there is something. Um, but ultimately, what this something is, it's a wake-up call to humanity. And it's going to bring out the worst in people, but it's also going to bring out the best in people. Um, and it's possibly needed in as part of the awakening, just like other things have been needed in relation to the awakening. Um, whoops, ooh, interesting. So a card for humanity, and then we will finish the reading because that's as far as we're going today. The economy, it's about money and power, is this? Trust your needs will be met. What did I say at the beginning of this reading? Trust your needs will be met. We've got to trust, and maybe this is the next level ascension where whatever we say, we've got to trust that it's the right thing at the right time. Even if, God forbid, we're in a place that gets bombed, with that power, when you actually know that I am going to be okay anyway, whatever happens, whatever comes to the table in all of this, I'm meant to experience as part of my karmic clearing. And I will survive. Well, even if you die, you're going to survive because you'll transition onto the other dimensions and our beautiful planet and keep your eye on the new earth. Restore the natural world. So, as the political world destroys itself, as leaders destroy each other, as the rich and powerful do what they do best, we will be rebuilding in different ways. Parting of the deck, parting of the deck. The real leaders, the illuminated masters. There is Earth laws where this planet cannot be eradicated. They can only take it so far. I will say that if there is this type of energy, what you will find is it's dark beings that are behind it. So the light beings will step in, and sometimes you can tell this is happening, um, where the energy just feels really strange and chaotic, and like what the hell's happening? It can be really hard to do readings. It can feel really problematic out there and really controversial, and um, like everyone's on edge because the light comes into battle the dark. It's very complicated. So these councils, light councils, angels, etc., all the different breeds of the light are watching. So even though our leaders are like, they're not really the leaders. Sorry, they're not. Um, these are the real leaders, the illuminated councils. Be a spreader of love. So yeah, remember that they cannot fully destroy the planet. They can have they can cause damage in trying. But also remember, they destroy us, they destroy themselves, and they know that. I'm hearing the word scare tactics as well. Holy schmoly. Thanks for watching. Like I said, there is a whole host of pre-filmed content coming on here. Um, it's just this Thursday one that's out on a Wednesday this week. Won't be happening for a couple of unless something crazy. I mean, you could say something crazy is happening every day, but you know what I mean. Thanks for watching. There is a playlist on here called Global Raids News Raids. If you want to catch up and follow the story, you can do. If you want to leave a comment but not sure what to put, the best thing you can do is spread love. So please fill my comment sections with love hearts. And yeah, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.